sort of living it for real in a way, because it was just those location days were fantastic, and it's very expensive to shoot locations, so we really treasured those days a lot. But there are so many sort of memorable moments on Farscape, so many stories behind every single scene. So.
I understand that your agent is pulling you at 2 o'clock.
I'm sorry?
Is your agent really pulling you at 2 o'clock? We're willing to go to 2:15.
If it's up to me, I'm happy to go on longer.
Yeah.
It's not a decision I can make.
Is your agent in the room? Your manager, agent?
It's going to go and find out, so let's just make the most of it while we can. Next question. Quick.
Okay, quick. I know you've done a lot of voice work, other things. This is not Farscape or Stargate. And you recently did a podcast, and you mentioned in passing that you had completed an audiobook.
Yeah.
Is that something you can talk about, or what that is?
Yeah, George R. Martin. I don't know if anyone. He's one crazy dude. Very original writing, really interesting stuff. It was a real privilege to be part of it, and the producer rang me and said, look, there's not many female roles, but we thought instantly, if we can get you, that would be great. They're issuing, I think it's a compendium of 3 volumes of all his collected works, so it's a very big deal, and they're releasing the audiobooks at the same time as the printed ones. You're so excited you could ... And the story, I mean, it was great. I really got into it. They were really easy read. I'd been able to sort of pre-read some of the stories, but some of them I went in cold, and they came off the page. Apart from the names, I'm going to slap him when I meet him. It's all those sort of science fiction cliches of names with it. Everything's apostrophed and impossible to say, and can I buy a vowel? Why are there too many consonants? So they sort of slowed me down a little bit, but I could really get into it. We'd finish a section that was really exciting, and the producer would say, okay, I got chills, and I'd say, good, it worked then. But the writing made it so easy to get me there. So that was a really great experience doing that. And we're just, I'm hopefully going to be doing a lot more voice work, because it's the perfect job for a woman who can't hide a bump.
Hi, thanks for coming. I timed it improperly. I have a comment and question. I was dressed up as Vala yesterday, and that was really fun. And I'm sure if you look around, you'll see some Aarons and Valas today. And my question is, do you do any imitations of your fellow cast members? And if so, would you like to maybe do a couple for us?
Oh, what a good question. Sort of little ones. I mean, they're such individuals. I mean, these people have blown me away. They're so specific and interesting and surprising. I mean, Chris Judge just is one of the most surprising individuals I've ever met. I wouldn't dream of trying to do an impersonation of him, I don't think, because how on earth do you capture all of that? People said to me, he's an amazing guy, wait till you meet him, and everything about him surprised me. And there's Gigi on Farscape, who was always so excited and positive, and we went to this party for the network. I talked about this once at a convention where they were launching Channel 9, one of our free-to-air networks, which is like sort of NBC, was launching their 2000 Millennium programming, of which Farscape was supposed to be a part, but they still hadn't committed to the time slot. And the guy from the head of programming was walking around, scratching his head, saying, "Oh, science fiction's really difficult to figure out."
Blocking our view.
We're thinking, oh, right. No one, would let me into the party, and they wanted ID, and they kept asking me for my name, and I said it's Claudia Black, and they said, "No, you're not on the list. You're not on the list." And Gigi's walking around going, hey guys, I'm going to walk around and see. Apparently they've got our names written on stars on the floor, and I'm just going to go and find mine. And Ben and I tried to sort of stop Gigi before she went into the party and had her poor little heart broken, because we actually weren't part of the programming yet, even though they felt they had to invite us to the party. So they had these big TV screens on with everyone, including the newscasters, with their faces up there, sort of showing previews of the news and what they were going to be showing that year. Nothing of Farscape. The most money this network had ever put into anything like it, and yet there was no sign of it going on air. But specific, I mean, and I of course remember Gigi that whole night being so sort of sweet and positive, and oh well, there's free food, and off she'd go. Specific impersonations, I have to think about it, and maybe next time, because I can do some decent impersonations, but I haven't even thought before of trying to impersonate my fellow cast members.
Claudia,
Hello.
I'm way over here now. Your agent has informed us you have to leave at 2 because you got to go to the Walk of Fame. I am so sorry.
There is a screening tomorrow at 2:30 of Stolen Life, which is a movie I had the greatest pleasure of working on. It's a feature-length machinima film, and it's actually being screened as part of the the what, sorry? The robotics track. Part of the robotics track. What is that? Oh, I'm in a track. I was not aware of that. Oh, Q&A after the film screening too of Stolen Life in the robotic track.
Very cute. And you know what? I can understand every word she says.
I wish for you all a really renovation-free year. I really mean it, and I wish for you all that you have liquidity and excellent cash flow, and that you can provide for yourselves and your families. And I'm really serious, I really mean this, because when it happens, it's just awful and incredibly humbling, and life comes and hits you in the most surprising ways. And I really wish for all of you that you have brilliant years, fantastic Christmases and Thanksgivings with your families.